Hello everyone, Voodoo here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the brand new No Momentum build that has been making its rounds around all the Havoc Demon Hunter players very recently. So before we get into the video today, I do want to say thank you everybody for the support. The videos have been doing great recently. You guys have all been liking them, and they've been doing very, very well. So, keep doing that. Every time you see someone's content that you like, a creator you enjoy, you want to see them succeed, just scroll down, hit the like button, then hit play. It's a very free way of supporting us. Also, hit the subscribe button, and if you really want to help me out, become a channel member, link below. Anyways, let's get into it. So, a little while ago, I did a video on like an updated no mover build, yada, yada, yada. I don't think this was it, but this is kind of the old no mover build. I'm pretty sure the other one changed around a little bit, took straight a glaive, yada, yada, yada. But it's actually changed again. So this one's all well and fine, but the new one is this. So it ends up swapping out into initiative. Now this is very powerful. Now I guess I should say no mover's a bit facetious now. I'll say no momentum, because you do have to move because of initiative and because of isolated prey. These two things do require you to move very often, honestly. But this is kind of the new build that's been making rounds and has actually been doing very well. So we'll go into some sims towards the end of the video. Obviously, I want to talk about the build and stuff first. So this build is really powerful on some of the later fights in the raid. Initiative is just such a strong tool, and was part of the reason why some of these builds weren't doing as well on some of the later fights. A few other things have changed around to make this better. Obviously, Chaos Strike buffs make this better because we're on this onslaught. There's also some changes to sims where momentum was modeled more accurately to how it would play out in game, where you're not doing perfect momentum. So, for instance, a perfect momentum would be kind of fell rushing through and maintaining uptime the entire time. It's pretty hard to do unless you're on a very large target. On a target like this or on this, it's near impossible to fell rush through and maintain uptime. I actually don't even know if it's a dummy. Maybe on Boulder Fist, we can try and fell rush through and maintain uptime on this guy. Now, even on this guy, it's impossible to maintain full uptime. But basically, that it was causing momentum and stuff to oversim. And nowadays, momentum isn't even that big of a deal. So these things here are very strong now. Chaos Theory was fixed. We have buffs to Chaos Strike, making Relentless Onslaught better. We have our tier set making I-Beam better. We have Restless Hunter. This is kind of taking all these strong things and just dropping all the movement talents while still keeping initiative for on-pull damage, for damage from ads, stuff like that. So it's very, very powerful, especially on things like Sarkareth, where there's not a lot of room to fell rush in, things like Ziskarn, things like Echo, even if you're not comfortable there. This build is very powerful. So we'll talk about it a bit, and then we'll go over some sims. There's one interaction specifically I want to mention, and I'll talk about how sims are doing it. I'm not sure if it's correct, but basically we'll get into it now. So again, I'll post the build link in the description if you guys want it. So this build ends up still fell rushing because of isolated prey and because you backflip because of initiative. I don't think that's that bad. You're not fell rushing too much. You're still doing it for fury and everything like that, but you're not doing it for momentum. There's no unbound chaos. This doesn't generate fury, stuff like that. So the biggest thing is that Tactical Retreat reduces Vengeful Retreat's cooldown by 5 seconds to 20 seconds, making it line up perfectly with Essence Break, I-Beam, and all that stuff. However, now it doesn't line up perfectly. You can see here in the bottom right of my screen, it says 25-second cooldown. That is a bit of a problem. It doesn't line up things. You're going to get them with initiative and everything like that. You'll get it fairly often still, but you don't get fury from it, so it's important to remember that. I will say one thing. I'm going off of how sims are modeling this right now. That could change. If things change, I will pin a comment in the description detailing how things change. Of course, I will do that for you guys. But basically, 25 seconds means it's going to be a little bit weird. So obviously, you guys know the combo by now. For the opener, we'll go in, do everything how we should. Don't have to fell rush there, but I did. So it's normal I-Beam, Annihilation, Vengeful Retreat, Essence Break, Death Sweep, Meta, Death Sweep, Annihilation, the Hunt, I-Beam, Death Sweep, Annihilation, that sort of thing. And then from here, you'll see it's a really long cooldown actually to get our Vengeful Retreat back, which is a bit of a problem, of course, whenever it's going to not line up with other things. However, according to Sims, the best way to do it is still to just rip it on CD, so that you end up getting the initiative bonus just while you're using Chaos Strikes. Now, again, this could end up changing, but overall, it's still pretty strong. So the big difference here is you're basically just going to rip all your CDs on cooldown. You're not really waiting, so we'll just raw Essence Break there. And then Death Sweep, you're not really going to end up waiting for your Vengeful Retreat windows. you'll end up really holding them too long. Now that's what Sims are doing. Again, could be wrong. Sims could just not be updated. But right now, you're basically just going to be doing it just on CD, using Vengeful Retreat to get that buff. And then if Essence Break isn't too far off, it's only like a few seconds, you end up can just hold Vengeful Retreat. That won't be too bad. So generally hold it if it's like 5 or so seconds or less. Otherwise, there's not really much point in holding it. But this build plays pretty much the exact same as the other build. So here I would just hold for the combo because it's coming up. You can see here we have 3 seconds. So roughly the same thing. If your Essence Break is going to come up within a few seconds, then you can just hold Vengeful Retreat for it. Otherwise, just rip Vengeful Retreat. Other than that, same things. I forgot the throw glaive stuff, but whatever. You guys should know how to do that by now. Just keep it up during momentum. Throw whatever you are about to use Essence I-Beam, and otherwise just use it to glaive down your demon. But that's kind of the new thing here with the Essence with the backflip stuff. You're still going to end up using it, but this build actually can do very well. And then, of course, if it's a very short CD, very short gap between it and Essence Break, you can just hold and have it not be that big of a deal. This build's very good if you don't like constant fel rushing around. You don't have to fel rush that often, and the damage is still good. So we're going to hop over to some Sims now, take a look at those, and show you guys where maybe this viability is coming from. Alright, so here we are on the Sims. Now this is the current throw glaive, serrated glaive style build, not the no momentum one. This has momentum. So this one, for me, on my character, 140,000 DPS. If you swap over to the other no momentum build, it's 138,000 DPS. So it's not even 2k, it's roughly like 1.5k difference, which is pretty good. That's actually not that bad, especially considering, you know, there's still probably a bit of an oversim going on with this one and whatever, yada, yada, yada. But this build sims very well. You can see I-Beam damage accounts for, honestly, a really solid amount compared to the other one, roughly 3% more. So if you yourself are not a fan of moving often, then you can definitely play out this new build. Or if you're on Sark, it's pretty good on Sark because there's just not a lot of fel rush places. So this is pretty good there. Now, obviously, you know, things aren't solid. So for my other part of the video, I was going off of this thing here, off of how the Quick Sim is doing it. Now, I'm not sure if this is 100% correct. Obviously, you line up Vengeful Retreat here. And then for the next one, they did just rip it whenever, and then they continue with that. Make it Essence Break here. I don't know why they Essence Breaked into a fel rush. I guess for Fury. But Sim still is doing some weird things with this build, so keep that in mind. But basically, you know, just try and line up your Vengeful Retreats with your Essence Breaks if there's not too big of a difference between them. Otherwise, you know, just kind of rip your Vengeful Retreat for that nice critical strike buff through initiative. Again, you know, it doesn't give us Fury or anything, so that is important to keep in mind. But initiative is very good with fodder, it's very good with ads, very good with vengeful, obviously. It's a very strong talent. So it is important to keep that in mind. Again, if you don't like the backflip thing, you can skip this, go back to the old build. I have a video about that. But I would recommend playing out this build, trying it. It is pretty strong. It's also weird, it's not using my beacon. Oh no, it's using beacon up here. Strange, but whatever. So that is going to be the video for today, actually. So just a little quick video for Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed just talking about this new momentum build. No momentum build, sorry. Just wanted to get it out there for you guys. Let me know what you guys think about this build. Let me know if you're going to try it. Let me know if you're not going to try it. 10.1.7 has been put onto a test build. So hopefully we'll see some information soon. Hopefully we'll see some changes to Havoc. You guys know I'll be giving them to you as soon as we find out if there's something changing. Obviously, that's what I do. But it's, again, I just want to thank everybody for coming around, hanging out, and supporting the channel. Really, really big appreciative of that. You guys are great. And yeah, so with that, I'll see you guys Monday. And hope you guys have a good weekend. So peace. A big thank you to all of my channel members. Thank you to 121, Payne, Zuligan, James, Evandro Faraz, Oxclamation, It's Bulk, and Flapjack67. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. If anybody else wants to become a channel member today, get access to a ton of cool perks like VOD review, access to exclusive parts of my Discord, exclusive videos, emotes, and live streams, stuff like that. There's a link in the description. Follow it down there. It's the best way to support me. It absolutely helps me out a ton, and I want to thank you all so, so much. So thanks again to everybody, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.